The stage lights have faded, the microphones have fallen silent, but one question continues to echo throughout the world of rock music. Can there ever be another Ozzy Osbourne? For more than 5 decades, Ozzy wasn't just a musician, he was a cultural phenomenon. He shocked audiences, inspired generations of artists, survived impossible odds, and transformed heavy metal into a global movement. His passing marks the end of one of the most extraordinary careers in music history, but the legacy he leaves behind is far greater than any single performance or album. Born John Michael Osbourne on December 3, 1948, in Aston, Birmingham, England, Ozzy grew up in a working-class family where life was anything but easy. Financial struggles, learning difficulties, and bullying made childhood challenging, and few could have imagined that this quiet young man would one day become one of the most recognizable figures in rock history. Music became his escape, offering hope at a time when little else did. Everything changed in 1968 when Ozzy joined forces with guitarist Tony Iommi, bassist Geezer Butler, and drummer Bill Ward. Together, they formed Black Sabbath, a band that would forever change the direction of rock music. While other groups embraced peace and love, Black Sabbath introduced darker themes, thunderous guitar riffs, and haunting lyrics that gave birth to heavy metal. The band's self-titled debut album shocked audiences, but it was only the beginning. Albums like Paranoid, Master of Reality, Vol. 4, and Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath became milestones that inspired countless musicians. Songs such as Iron Man, War Pigs, Paranoid, and Children of the Grave remain classics decades later. Ozzy's unmistakable voice became the soundtrack of an entirely new musical era. Despite his incredible success, fame brought its own battles. Ozzy struggled with alcohol and drug addiction for many years. His unpredictable behavior became legendary, leading to controversial moments that often overshadowed his musical brilliance. Yet behind the wild headlines was a man battling personal demons while trying to balance fame, family, and an exhausting touring schedule. In 1979, Black Sabbath dismissed Ozzy because of his substance abuse. Many believed his career was finished. Instead, it became the beginning of one of rock's greatest comeback stories. With the encouragement of Sharon Osbourne, who would later become his wife and lifelong manager, Ozzy launched a solo career that exceeded every expectation. His debut album Blizzard of Oz introduced fans to unforgettable songs like Crazy Train and Mr. Crowley. Featuring the extraordinary guitar talent of Randy Rhoads, the album became an instant success and established Ozzy as a superstar in his own right. The tragic death of Randy Rhoads in a 1982 plane crash devastated Ozzy. He often described Randy as one of the greatest musicians he had ever worked with and admitted he never fully recovered from the loss. Even so, he continued making music, determined to honor his friend's memory through every performance. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Ozzy released hit after hit, including albums like Diary of a Madman, No More Tears, and Osmosis. Songs such as Mama, I'm Coming Home, No More Tears, and Bark at the Moon became fan favorites and demonstrated his remarkable ability to evolve while remaining true to his unique sound. Beyond music, Ozzy became one of television's most unlikely stars. In 2002, MTV introduced The Osbournes, a reality show that offered fans an entirely different side of the so-called Prince of Darkness. Instead of the outrageous rock legend, viewers discovered a loving husband, devoted father, and surprisingly funny family man. Alongside Sharon, Kelly, Jack, and the rest of the Osbourne family, Ozzy won the hearts of millions who had never listened to heavy metal. The series transformed him into a mainstream celebrity and proved that behind the tattoos, long hair, and controversial image was someone deeply devoted to his family. His humorous personality, honesty, and vulnerability made audiences love him even more. Health challenges became increasingly difficult during the later years of his life. Ozzy openly discussed living with Parkinson's disease and underwent multiple surgeries following serious spinal injuries caused by accidents. Despite constant pain and physical limitations, he repeatedly insisted he wanted to keep performing for as long as possible. Fans watched with admiration as he refused to surrender. Every appearance on stage became a testament to his determination. Even when walking became difficult, his love for music remained stronger than ever. His final performances carried enormous emotional weight. Every lyric, every wave to the audience, and every standing ovation felt like a celebration of an extraordinary career. Many fans sensed they were witnessing history, watching one of rock's greatest pioneers take his final bows before the people who had supported him for generations. Following news of his passing, tributes poured in from around the globe. Black Sabbath released an emotional statement honoring their original frontman and lifelong friend. Tony Iommi remembered Ozzy not only as an incredible vocalist, but as a brother whose friendship had endured countless ups and downs. Geezer Butler reflected on the unforgettable journey they shared, while Bill Ward thanked Ozzy for helping create music that changed the world forever. Artists across every genre also paid tribute. Metallica described him as one of the greatest inspirations in heavy metal history. Iron Maiden honored his enormous contribution to rock music, while countless younger bands acknowledged that without Ozzy Osbourne, their own careers might never have existed. Musicians, actors, athletes, and celebrities from around the world shared heartfelt messages, celebrating a man whose influence extended far beyond music. Bands created memorials outside Black Sabbath landmarks in Birmingham, leaving flowers, candles, handwritten letters, guitars, vinyl records, and photographs. Thousands gathered to sing Crazy Train and Mama, I'm Coming Home, transforming city streets into emotional celebrations of Ozzy's remarkable life. Similar tributes appeared across Europe, North America, South America, Australia, and Asia, proving his music had united generations of fans around the world. His family also shared deeply emotional messages, thanking supporters for the overwhelming love shown during their time of grief. Sharon, Kelly, Jack, and the entire Osbourne family expressed gratitude for the millions of fans who had embraced Ozzy not only as a legendary performer, but also as a father, husband, and friend. Perhaps Ozzy's greatest achievement wasn't simply selling millions of records or winning countless awards. It was giving people the courage to embrace who they truly were. His music spoke to outsiders, dreamers, and anyone who had ever felt misunderstood. He proved that being different wasn't something to fear, it was something to celebrate. The Prince of Darkness became an unlikely symbol of resilience. He survived addiction, heartbreak, illness, controversy, and unimaginable personal struggles, yet he always found a way to stand back up. His story became one of redemption as much as rebellion. Today, his influence lives on in every heavy guitar riff, every sold-out rock festival, and every young musician picking up an instrument for the very first time. Black Sabbath created heavy metal, but Ozzy Osbourne gave it a face, a voice, and a soul that will never be forgotten. As the final curtain falls on one of rock's most extraordinary lives, one truth remains undeniable. Legends never truly die. They live on through the songs they created, the lives they touched, and the generations they inspired. Ozzy Osbourne may have taken his final bow, but every time Paranoid, Iron Man, Crazy Train, or Mama, I'm Coming Home begins to play, his unmistakable voice will once again remind the world why he was and always will be the one and only Prince of Darkness.